And we're back here at the Xfinity Desk, Elamite and T2, getting ready to bring you match number 2 of match day 3, or week 3 here of the HCS Pro League. And of course, we are taking a look at Team Liquid going up against the Luminosity Gaming. We talked a lot about some of these storylines here leading up into this show. Luminosity looking for their first win, and then of course Liquid falling to Splice at first and then defeating Straight Rippin after that here. So let's go ahead and take a look a little bit deeper into this Luminosity Gaming lineup here. And speaking of which, you know, you've got the Trippy, you've got Ninja, you've got Victory X, and you've got Saiyan here. Now that's not Saiyan from Halo CE, but still extremely talented nonetheless. Like you see, currently 0-2 from that week 1 performance. Really looking to bounce back here.
Yeah, let's take a look at the game types, because most likely the same game types that we previously saw, and they are, there it is, Empire Strongholds, Truth Slayer, Coliseum CTF, Eden Strongholds, and Rig Slayer. So very important to point out, again, the team that does not have the advantage in terms of the power weapons, in my opinion here, is the lesser team. It's the lower ranked team. It's Luminosity. Team Liquid, we saw what Sub-Zero, what Penguin can do with the weapons. Just ridiculous. We all know that Rain, he's insane with the sniper rifle as well. These guys are very scary on Team Liquid once they get it going. I really feel like these are good game types for Luminosity. Ninja is very strong and very good at Empire Strongholds, so watch out for that. Watch out for him to constantly be barking out where to go for these guys, telling them, and just, you know, being a general, really, being like, hey guys, let's push on here, let's choke here. One of Ninja's best game types, so I'm expecting them to come out with a Game 1 win here. We'll see if they can carry it on and do what Evil Geniuses wasn't able to do and win the series. Yeah,
I mean, speaking of Ninja, he's a guy that doesn't like to sit still, and Empire is a map where you don't really have to do that. You are constantly moving back and forth, trying to catch people off spawn, trying to collapse, work with your teammates, counter capture strongholds or stop a stronghold, constant decision-making, constant rotations. Really reflects well to Ninja's playstyle.
Nice tie, Kyle. Look at this.
You like that? That's actually a T-squared tie, if you are wondering at home watching. I appreciate that, Tom.
Strongholds on Empire, guys. Let's get it going. Put a 1 in the chat if you won't. Well, I guess it's not going to get going. I let you guys down. It looks like we ended it because someone did drop out, so we will get that restarted here. Let me find out who it was that actually dropped out. It looks like it was Saiyan. So we're going to get Saiyan back in here very soon, and we will get this one started. But let's talk a little bit more about the strategy here, because we did see something interesting that worked out for Lunchbox last time. He didn't go top center. He didn't go bottom center. He didn't go outside. He didn't go security. He kind of did this weird clamor around and hugging around to try to fight the guy top center, which was an interesting strategy because it kind of counters what that person is doing if someone wants to charge out and fly and try to go over towards that area. So I'm expecting not to see anything like that, but there you have so many different things that you can do in the beginning of this game. You can jump up and down, and it was a popular strategy when the overshield was in the pit, and capture your own side base. I feel like that strategy, that's kind of gone out the window now. And now we're kind of seeing people really focusing on maybe more towards the middle of the map and realizing that they can go and send 2 people towards the pit immediately, and something that's, you know, Envious has done before, where they fly people out of the window and then send another guy top center and just, you know, totally melt the overshield guy. So there's so many different strategies here. I'm curious to see what's actually going to come up from both teams. And what's really great is that last game ended so quickly that we weren't able to see anything at all coming out from the beginning strategies. So I really think that's important, that they weren't able to get any tells for one another.
Yeah, I mean, opening strategies are huge. There is no perfect opening strat. It's all about trying to, especially at this stage in the game when you have the best players in the world in the same lobby going head-to-head against each other, it's about countering each other. It's constantly trying to see what they're doing and what you can do to counteract a play. In Halo, over the course of years, we've always talked about there's not necessarily, it's hard to point out that this was the wrong play, but lots of times you can get away with mistakes as long as your team is on the same page and you're still coordinating and working together. Evil Geniuses played this game type 2, essentially perfection earlier today. You can't really say perfection, but it was just because they were working so well together that they were able to capitalize on all of the collapses and capitalize on the map control and the numbers advantage throughout the entire game.
Yeah, and what you saw Snipedown in the interview talk about was the retake strategies. And I wouldn't really beat yourself up if you're envious too hard, because strongholds out of any game type, it is so unforgiving in terms of the retake strategies. The only way that you can retake anything, in my opinion, is you either see a mistake coming in from the other team, or you do something really solid in terms of getting a numbers advantage right off the start, or the obvious thing is build around the power-ups that are coming up and really just make sure you're focusing on not dying when those are coming up. And as long as you do that, you should put yourself in a pretty good position to succeed. Ninja, we're starting this one off with him. Looks like he's got Rain in his sights. He's going to go in for the trade. Trippy was able to secure the overshield, so this is a really solid start, for Luminosity, as the side base is able to be captured here for Team Liquid. Sub-Zero is going to be able to gather that one, but you're going to see the first points put on the board because the pit was able to be captured here for Luminosity. It looks like no one's in position to try to stop this, however, and they're trying to retake this right back. So confusing. Where was the overshield player? Where were the people in the side bases? That was just way too free for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't get this pit back right away, that's going to be huge, crucial mistakes from Luminosity. They had a numbers advantage and still lost control of the pit. They had Saiyan get a ground pound on Stellar immediately following securing pit and a side base, and then weren't able to hold anything. They got 3 seconds off of, you know, a great setup.
Yeah, that's so frustrating to watch because I've watched Luminosity play, you know, watched the scrims that they had against Straight Rippin' yesterday when they were playing so well. Those are just those mistakes that drive me crazy. Those are just free things, free pickings on the map, free takings. Just like Walshy says, taking candy from a baby. You cannot allow that to happen. Team Liquid, way too good of a team. I mean, yeah, give it to them, give credit where it's due. They took advantage of that and pushed into the pit, but that was a play that could have been punished, and it could have been very easily a bad play from Liquid if Luminosity actually was in position. I mean, the rest of this game, it matters, but to me, it doesn't matter that much because that mistake was just so big for Luminosity.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely resulted in at least 35 points going on the board. We'll see what Team Liquid's able to do and how much
but you're also not getting those points, so it's like double the amount of points. Like,
exactly.
It's like they've literally just lost 80 points because of not watching pit to start. That is why Strongholds, again, I'm going to use the word unforgiving. You make a mistake and you get punished at the highest level here, and that was a mistake. There's no other way to put it. I don't want to keep harping on it, but you can't put yourselves in these positions. How do you retake control? We talked about it. Make a mistake for the other team that's in control. It doesn't look like it's happening right now for Team Liquid. They're not going to do it. Luminosity, they created a mistake. The other thing, build around the power-ups and the power weapons. Well, that time's gone out the window too because 950 just passed. So you are now fighting an uphill battle, Luminosity. Good luck.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough battle to come back from here. Already down by over 50 points as we reach the halfway mark for Team Liquid here. And yeah, it's been Luminosity just not able to get any kind of footing going again. And that pit control, yeah, we'll move on from that, but it definitely was not what you wanted to see here if you are cheering for Luminosity. And Team Liquid looking like they're bouncing back after a poor week 1 performance here. Stellar already grabbing, going yet to another triple cap potentially here. Ninja does a nice job taking his time to line up that final shot, so they will get a reset here, but is it going to be enough is the question.
Nice assassination there onto Rain from Trippy. Maybe he can win this 1v1 there in the pit. Now that's going to be a trade onto Sub-Zero, so that's going to get reset down there. And your opportunities are slowly but surely going away. I mean, just look at the time, 70 points over there. You're going to have maybe one more opportunity to grab a line of power-ups and power weapons here, or excuse me, just power-ups, right around probably like that 745 mark. So again, you're gonna have to make sure that you're getting slays, and you're not gonna be able to get strongholds while that's happening. So very worried here for Luminosity. Looks like Victory X's plan is to possibly try to distract by going for one of the side bases. Maybe they could capture both side bases and then rotate towards the pit, but look at that. Another rotation from Liquid. As soon as they capture red base, blue side gets taken there from Liquid. So here's the important part of the game. Right around that 750, 745 mark, Luminosity needs to get something here.
All right, but you see in that kill feed there, Trippy was the one who pushed over to security. He could go ahead and grab a kill. Some great teamwork coming out from Luminosity. We just had 3 dead here for Team Liquid, so it's a good chance they can capture this hill. But the last guy alive from Liquid is by himself securing red base. Nobody's able to push over there and contest it. Victory X elects to wait for this overshield as opposed to contest. So if by doing so, which, you know, maybe not the worst play, could work out in their favor, but essentially no more room for mistake.
And now your overshield guy is completely out of the play, having to capture a stronghold just by himself. I mean, yeah, he's got some teammates there and things like that, but he's not utilizing the overshield the way that he wants to. You could see some of that overshield is already just ticked away. He hasn't even been in a fight yet. So not completely half, but at least 30 to 45% of Victory X's overshield gone just because he had to stop the bleeding and go for that stronghold. Otherwise, Liquid was just going to end this game. So now Victory X kind of rotating in here, doing the side base, going to capture this. That's the triple cap here for Luminosity. Just imagine if they were able to not give up. Oh, I like that. Going for the player behind him there. Stellar taking off that overshield. Oh. Nice job by Victory X. He's been doing that since Halo 2 with the green gun.
Yeah, I mean, he is very experienced using this combo, known as the new combo to many older Halo generation fans there. And points, finally, that triple cap, that bleeding stopped here for Team Liquid, and they're able to start getting some numbers. We'll see if Rain's able to do anything here. He takes a player, no shields, but does get dropped. Stellar on the cleanup. No power-ups coming here quite yet, so still some time to play around. 2 dead for Liquid, so Stellar has to be careful here. We'll see what he decides to do, but it looks like he's trying to split up Team Liquid, push over, draw him over out towards red base.
Yeah, he's got 3 of them, so this is obviously working, and even gets a trade out of all that. So now he's going to be able to pass that information on to the rest of his teammates, and they're using that information. They're using that to go for strongholds. There it is. Capturing that side base, now going for the pit. If they get the pit here, it's all over. You can see Luminosity realizing that, and they're like, crap, guys, we got to charge in here. Eco with the perfect ground pound. 2 for 1, double kill ground pound, triple cap for Liquid. They are taking game 1.
Now, imagine if there was a perfect ground pound medal there. You get all 4 members or something like crazy, but 2 people with a ground pound. That's pretty rare in and of itself, especially at this level.
They were way too late to rotate, and then they rotated both, filtering out in front of the base there from the blue side. And Eco, he was just going for 1, and then boom, the other guy pops in. Let's take a look at the stats really quick and see what kind of stands out here. You could see Luminosity wasn't heavily outslayed by any means. Actually, it was only a 2-kill difference there. But just look at the difference in points. That's what matters. Something as small as not paying attention to the pit for a split second, allowing Liquid to go in there. And it's crazy. Again, Sub-Zero pushing in towards that pit. That could have been an awful play by him. He could have been punished so horribly for that if Luminosity was in position, and they'd have been like, what is this guy doing charging into the pit in that instance? But instead, it works out. No one was watching that. They were too concerned chasing a kill outside, and it just got taken right from under their nose, and then they were in a position where they had to virtually play perfect the entire game, and that's just not going to happen when you're on the ropes like that.
And not only that, but they had control of strongholds, and there were 2 people in the turbine area that were focused on the player outside as opposed to focusing on the pit there. So definitely some miscommunications here coming out of Luminosity, but by no means out of it quite yet. We saw what Envy was just able to do after losing game number 1, and 100-36. That's a lot closer than 100-5.
Yeah, and that's because they somehow were able to stop that bleeding right around the 90 mark with Victory X getting the overshield. And that's exactly what we were talking about. How do you retake the strategy? There's only a couple of different ways. That was one of them there, but they did the biggest thing, right? They created the mistake. And I think that that's what we're going to see as, especially, you know, this far into Halo 5. Whenever you make a major mistake like that, it gets recognized so quickly by the other team that they immediately just jump on that because they know that their opportunities are very limited. We started off with Ninja last time. Let's switch on over to the man that got the double kill ground pound. It's going to be Eco Kevin Smith over here towards top car. Saiyan going to draw the first kill, and Ninja going to find one as well. Luminosity with the first 2 kills here, make that 3. So now we're going to see if they're going to be able to put these guys on Team Liquid on the back foot. I like Trippy's positioning over here. He's locking down the bubble, waiting for players to spawn. Just exactly what happened. Rain, he gets taken down to no shields. There's a player pushing down towards bottom center. This is what you got to be worried about. We saw NB doing this before. The bottom center push or the top center push. Sometimes running out into the middle of the map is the least expected thing.
Yeah, we saw Evil Geniuses doing a fantastic job. They did fall short on this Slayer game type, but we saw most of their success come from when they sent a player out bottom center. And Trippy here just been playing in that anchor role hardcore here. He's rotated over from bubble, now just chilling in attic.
This is good, yeah, but one of the rules and one of the things that this guy should be doing from the window is watching the opposing street, right? So his job from blue window is to watch red street, especially if someone else is in his car side. So this is great, clear this guy out and things like that, but they need to immediately, after getting numbers, start thinking about rotating top center, clearing out pink side, getting control of the high ground and trapping these guys down low. There it is, Trippy realizing that now, charging in, and look at that, nobody in position there for Team Liquid. They were just not expecting a push of that caliber.
We'll see. Yes, they do take out Rain. That's going to be a fresh 3 dead here for Team Liquid. Last player alive, Sub-Zero, sitting up towards top car, does get pushed back, by the player in P2, and that's going to be the lead now change here over towards Luminosity. And that was a great job. Ninja was actually car 1, picked up, I think, 2 kills by himself, and that's when Trippy recognized he had an opportunity to take over control of top center. And sure enough, even though you hold control of pink side, lots of times these players are hiding in there. They're not looking top center, not expecting that charge to come over from car side.
Nice grenade coming in from Ninja. He's going to drop, though, P1 because that camo's coming up here. Eco, can he grab this one? It's just sitting there. He's no shields. He desperately wants to grab this, but realizes that if he does push out, he's going to die. He didn't even want to burn that one either, so the camo's still just sitting there for the grabbing. Does Trippy want to take this one? He's going to grab that one right around the 37 mark with a 1-kill lead. This could be big here for Luminosity, still looking for their first win here of the Pro League, sitting at 0-2, also with the worst win percentage. So even just getting a map win, that would be big confidence booster here for Luminosity. Trippy trying to rotate with this camo around the car side. He gets spotted out though from Eco, so Eagle Eyes. A little Eagle Eyes action coming in. Kyle, I know you're proud of that one.
Yeah, I mean, that guy is nice job. I'm gonna have to send him a text after this. Keep those Eagle Eyes up. It's not easy to spot camo.
No, he's eating a lot of carrots.
Yeah, I mean, and then hitting camo is a whole nother story after that. We've seen some amazing, I think it was Pistola or Mikwin had a great play where they just weren't shooting even though they were flashing no shields, and somebody wasn't able to connect on those shots to actually pick it up. So just another high-level play here coming out of both teams.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually turn off the player outlines here so we can have a little bit of a guessing game on where these guys are going to be located and see exactly what Trippy is seeing. He spotted 2 guys over towards that car side, weakening them both, and now he's just going to be back in a very familiar position. Trippy has constantly been, I don't know if he's sending a text right there or just kind of waiting for his shields, or he's like, I'm all right, Mom. Close the door.
22-20 now, and Trippy getting aggressive again, pushing up top center. They're getting the call outs. They got another player weak over towards red side of the base. Could be a little bit of a collapse here coming out as Ninja's in a fight. Challenges. Does he stay alive? Yes, he does. Challenging that kill. I wasn't going to suggest that one. Works out momentarily. Eco does finish that one off, so still only a 2-kill lead. But that was a really tough thing to have happen because now they open up the spawns and Liquid comes off. 2 members at blue, 2 at red, and they've got now Luminosity here on the run.
Yeah, it's not looking good here for Team Liquid if they can continue to put on the pressure for Luminosity. I love the collapse coming in from both of these players. Look at the shots. Every time you switch through from someone on Luminosity. It looked like
he shot his foot.
Yeah, that was very nice from Saiyan. Saiyan, very underrated player for sure. I mean, this guy, he's almost got a play style similar to, I want to say, Boo Boo Doo Boo. Very, position oriented, constantly, filling the map where he needs to be, which is something that I feel like Boo Boo Doo Boo does very well. So, props to both of those players because I really enjoy watching their screens as we try to take a look at what Eco's doing and bring Liquid back into this one. Only a 2-kill game here, but definitely the strongest performance that we've seen in Luminosity so far in terms of putting together a full game. Let's see if they can close this one out. 33-32, and Trippy wants to try to stay alive over here, but he loves, for some reason, just staring at the walls. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a couple times he's been just seeing what's hiding in there. But we'll see, 34-33, so still extreme. Now all tied up here. Map control. This has been extremely back and forth. I can't really pinpoint any specific things that are going wrong, but Ninja with perfect shots. Once again, starting to see a lot of perfects here today. And Luminosity's generally just kept this 2-kill lead, mainly through individual performance.
Nice shots from Rain. It's so tough to get that angle from the P3 player and to lead that shot just like that. He was able to clean it up. However, multiple players charging out towards the car side, and he lives through that thrust. Nice little clamor, too. I thought he was going to make his way and double back up towards there, but not going to happen. 1-kill game. This has been so back and forth. No one's been able to get constant position over here. No one's been able to go on any crazy sprees type quite yet. Kyle, go ahead and check the score on the other side. Tell me who's got the most kills in this game. Wow, Ninja with 16.
Yeah, I mean, Ninja's consistently just been able to pick up lots of slays now. He has 16 kills, but he's also got 14 deaths, so he's kind of generally been
It's a very ninja thing to do.
A very ninja-like thing.
Let's sick off with him on the respawn here and see what a little Tyler Blevins point of view over here. He's just so aggressive, constantly charging towards players. And that is one thing that he could work on just a little bit, definitely keeping the deaths down in the Slayer. But, if he goes 20-19, Kyle, and they win the game, you could take that.
That's like an APG style too there. Somebody that's just had great consistent
Brad
shots.
definitely loves some deaths on Slayer as well.
Has lots of deaths, right? And 43-42, neck and neck all the way down. Starting to get excited on this one, Tom. We're going to see the series tied up. Are we going to see Ninja hit 20 kills this game? I mean, he's currently sitting at 19.
That would be sweet to see him drop a 20 bomb. Ninja putting in some work with his team over here. That's going to be, again, a 2-kill lead. They still haven't been able to pull away quite yet and make this a comfortable lead, but what better time to do it towards the end of the game when everyone hits that 40 kill mark. You can see Ninja picking up another one. 3 kills here, another player down towards P2, 1 shot. Trippy desperately trying to find him. Can he get the angle? Rain still caught over there. I love that angle coming in from Trippy. Ooh, wow, Victory coming in with the nade. Saiyan as well. Ninja picks up a kill, 49-43. Stellar, last guy alive. Look at those shots coming in from Trippy, getting the reversal, 50-43. Wow, what a game from Luminosity. We were saying no one's able to pull it away quite yet. It's always a 2-kill game. Boom, they just explode right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, 43-44, I want to say, could have even been tied up at 43, and then all of a sudden, Ninja hits that 21 bomb. So we'll take a look at the stats here in just a moment, but wow. Trippy not having the best game that he's had. Keep in mind, I think it was Trippy that got that last kill, so he was rocking 3 for a long time that game, but it doesn't matter if you win.
He had 4 times the amount of assists than he had kills at that time, so that's pretty impressive. Almost impressive. 5 times if he would have still had 3 kills, so that's some karma stats there, but keeping the deaths low, least deaths on the team, most assists. So when you see something like that, to me, Kyle, it feels like Trippy's probably calling out a lot because that just doesn't magically happen. You're just not shooting people and they just get cleaned up out of nowhere. And it wasn't like we saw tons of assists coming out. What is that? I think it was 38 assists overall when we saw Envious win Truth Slayer and they had 45 assists. So a lot of 1v1s in comparison when you talk about the 2 games. But that's a very solid win for Luminosity. Now we move into virtually a best of 3. Looking at the Liquid side, everyone pretty even in terms of kills and deaths. Nobody really had, that bad of a game. It was just very well played from Luminosity. You have veteran, players. You have veteran knowledge coming in from Victory X on that symmetrical map there. He's been playing it, since Halo 2, so I'm sure some of those strategies have kind of carried over. They were very well organized there. They were having some really nice team shots and end up going up in a game that possibly could have went the other way. Liquid, if they would have just had a couple of kills go their way towards that pink side, maybe a couple grenades didn't hit or anything like that, or maybe, they go on a little bit of a camo run. We're looking at a 2-0 series. So even though it was 50-43, still a much closer game than we actually saw. I
mean, the game was essentially tied up at 43-43, and then it wasn't on stream, but Saiyan grabs the camo, pushes bottom center, or pushes to pink first, helps out his team several times, and then where the lead really just kind of got out of control for Liquid was he pushes bottom center, throws a nade into the attic, and sticks Eco, if you saw it in the kill feed there. So it's kind of like a Hail Mary grenade, works out extremely well in their favor, and ultimately came down to the last camo.
Here we go, CTF Coliseum. Let's get it going. Luminosity fans put a 2, Liquid put 1 in the chat. Spam your emotes. We know there's some Ninja subs out there as well. We know we got some Liquid fans in the chat. Ninja making his way for the rockets, immediately grabs those. No one even contests. Wow, what a ballsy play from Ninja. I
mean, he did the same thing in the first 2 games as well. He's just so quick. He does not like to sit back. He's a guy that would rather hold forward than anything else.
He even grabs the flag, tossing this one out. Trying to do it all over here. Not able to connect with the rockets, though. At least gets the melee and the trade. Eco, he's going to get this return and eventually focus his sights on making his way towards the cave to kill the rocket guy. Doesn't even need to kill him. Saiyan's going to kill himself there with that rocket. And now the focus is snipe side of the map. Victory going to get that snipe onto Stellar. He's caught out over here in the cave, though, so most likely going to drop as he does there to Eco's DMR. And it looks like we still have the player outlines, guys. I know that you guys were liking these being turned off, and we had some requests on that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again so we can play a little bit more of the guessing game and see exactly what these players are seeing from their points of view.
It's much scarier with the outlines off there. And wow, Rain, as you see in the kill feed there, has that sniper rifle, kills the flag carrier. Looks like he may even assist on that return. As you see that action happening bottom middle of the map. Sure enough, flag does go back home, and this flag is moving already, Top. Might be looking at a good spot, but another pull already? Yeah,
there it is. There's a toss over down towards that elbow area. Eco just got a little bit too happy there, trying to go for that double cap. Is saying he's picking players apart left and right. Anyone that's trying to go for that flag guy, he's got their back. Ninja even gets a kill with the flag, so he must have dropped a grenade and then picked up the flag. There goes possible return coming in. Yeah, it looks like the return did come in for Luminosity, so it looked like to be a potential double cap. Ends up possibly being a counter cap. Is saying he is going off with that sniper rifle, giving the killing spree, trying to help secure this window area so the flag can get tossed up, and that's exactly what happened. Stellar, though, with the carbine, going to shut that down. Ninja trying to kill the player that just took out his teammate, and he does with the grenade. That flag's still alive. Looks like what Ninja should be doing, in my opinion, is jumping into the window, but instead he's going to flank around towards the elbow. That flag was put in, so I thought he was going to try to maybe meat shield that one and rotate, but either way, that still was a capture for Luminosity. A lot of that having to do with the toss that Ninja had out towards that elbow. He's going to eventually come back and slay, but Saiyan, very nice job with the sniper rifle, and then everybody else in between getting those touches.
Ooh, and I think we just saw, I don't know if you saw it, Tom, I think rockets just flew off the map. Hard to tell exactly. They're pretty far away when that was happening, but yeah, that was great overall play from everyone on Luminosity to set up and secure that capture here. And if anything, I thought they were actually going to secure a double cap. Ninja pushed into the base immediately following that, and I think a teammate came in from the window to take in those shields after he theoretically would have gotten a kill and a flagpole.
Those team nades, I've never thrown one in my life.
I mean, team nades are game changers. I know. Remember sticking legit when he had full over shields one time.
I'll never forget that.
I'll never forget that.
We don't want to get too off track here, but there was a Halo 3 game at the tournament. It was pretty far in the tournament as well.
I mean, it was like, I think it was against Triggers Down.
Yeah,
so it really doesn't get worse
like
than
winners
that.
bracket finals. Legit just picked up full overshield. Kyle over here comes through like the enemy camo hall, throws a grenade all the way towards like snipe side, legit runs into the grenade, gets stuck and loses full overshield.
But the reason that happened was I picked up, as I went to throw a grenade, I picked up the plasma by long haul and it switches the grenade.
Nothing worse than automatic grenade switches.
But anyway, back to Halo 5 here, and the flag got returned again. Didn't stress that quite enough, as I thought that was going to be a pretty good position, but Eco going big on that one.
Yeah, Eco's been clutching it up, did so in game number 1, trying to do so here in game number 3. But Luminosity, they have the lead, and they're continuing to try to grow on this one. They desperately want that first win in the Pro League. Securing the rockets is going to help. Also picking up a DMR for Victory X. Trippy with the sniper rifle and a couple slays going on over Luminosity. Can they find this third player? That's Rain. He's taken down to no shield and drops to victory. Yeah, fresh 4 dead. Eco is going to be the spawner. He's up in the back of the base. No, that's Sub-Zero, so most likely another player over there. Also got to watch the elbow area too. So nice little defense coming in from Liquid, but you can see Luminosity in pretty good position to collapse on this if they wanted to. If they were able to go in there with the rockets, what Ninja has right now, then it would be complete chaos. There it is, Ninja flying in. Let's see if we can see what's going on through his eyes. He's actually underneath the base and going to be called out from the members of Liquid, so he has to be very careful here.
Yeah, but he can be a relatively sneaky player, so we'll see what he's able to do. Immediately going up close, and no, that is not what you want to see. Ninja, rather than taking the guaranteed rocket kill, goes for a melee and ends up turning the rockets over to Liquid in the hands of Eco.
Yeah, Eco, this is the opportunity for Liquid now. One rocket, can he put it to work? He does on a Trippy. Now you have a player over towards the elbow. All they have to do is collapse over towards that window area. Victory X has no shields. Another player charging the snipe side. So that's very good by Luminosity that the last 2 players alive were at least on the snipe side of the map. They weren't actually setting up and playing defense. Sometimes teams turtle a little bit too much for my liking, or like, oh god, a couple of our guys died, let's just fall back here. But instead, got aggressive over towards that snipe side. Sometimes the best thing you can do is go to the enemy team base, and that's what we saw for the first capture there, Kyle, where they said, all right, well, let's push over towards the elbow and get a touch because we already have players at our base that are waiting for us to come back and kill us.
Yeah, and we'll see as you see with Victory here. He's hiding over an elbow. They just have 3 dead now here for Team Liquid with the new sniper rifle getting ready to spawn. So another really good position for Luminosity to be in, as Victory X is going to be the one to secure that one. Now Liquid's running great sniper shot. They need this. Victory X
still not watching that same angle. Instead, he's going to go for the touch. The rocket, oh no, it doesn't hit. Oh, wow, what a snipe coming in from Victory, backing down Eco. Second cap going on over to Luminosity. This has been a fun game to watch. Victory putting on a show right now. This is going to be a double kill for Sub-Zero. He's got the rockets. Wow, are you kidding me? Go for the triple. Just do it.
Oh,
Just no scope. Oh, he got the triple.
Yeah,
that was for the overkill. Are you kidding me, Victory X? What did you eat this morning?
Yeah, Victory having a phenomenal game. You can see his confidence with this weapon is back. He's starting to follow up in Saiyin's footsteps, what he was able to do with this weapon here. And 2-0 lead, a little surprising after what we saw in the game number 2 here. But Luminosity clearly performing well on maps with sniper rifles.
Look at this guy, not missing. He needs a drop though. Instead, whoa, he's gonna get aggressive again and fly underneath the base. Do it, just do it. Just, he switches over to his pistol. I mean, he's shooting so well with the sniper that I'm surprised he's just not. This guy is going off right now. I mean,
he needs a third weapon.
He needs a third weapon, seriously. Like, maybe grenades count as a weapon. Killing Frenzy, this guy finally gets shot down. Eco is gonna kill him with a grenade, and you know what? I think that was a team nade.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it's a little disheartening when you're on a killing frenzy, you pick up a double kill, and you die, and you press back, and you're at a numbers disadvantage. That's never a great feeling.
Not at all, and it's not a good feeling being down 2-0 in this game with only 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to Sub-Zero realizing they need to get some objective work done. Ninja playing a little defense, gets the melee and the kill. What a job there by Ninja as the last line of defense.
Yeah, but we see 2 dead and Liquid still in position to try to run this flag. There are 2 people sitting backwards, 1 in front of the base. Stellar really needs to win this battle here. We'll see if he's able to do it. Yes, he does. But Trippy's going to go ahead and finish that one off. It's a 2v2 situation here. Make that 3 down now for Luminosity. Flag is at home. Great sparring charge. Nobody else from Liquid in position for that, I don't think.
Someone's going to get the grab, but he's going to catch the beat down right to his face.
Somebody else just grabbed that again.
What is this? Team Liquid is trying out for the USA Marathon team, the relay race team, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be a bunch of players huddling on top of that flag for the return. But wow, I just want to go back to Victory X's plays. I mean, wow, that was an amazing display of Halo to watch. Some of the best Halo 5 that I think we've seen Victory X play, which is crazy under the circumstances that, you know, he's what, like 150 in gaming years?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, he's got the most kills in the game here right now. He's in at 25 kills already. Next highest Trippy at 22. Nobody from Liquid's broken the 20 kill mark.
Nice rocket there from Trippy. They need to do something with these to secure this last flag capture. This is their opportunity here with the sniper rifle on the map. I like this play to push over towards the maze and get over towards the snipe side. You can usually see a lot of players on your radar from this general area. He's going to find one, but that's not going to be enough, so he's looking for more. Rain's going to drop as well. Look at, there's a player down in the grass. Now that player's completely out of position because Trippy was able to stay alive, so just baiting out Sub-Zero. That's what we were talking about before, Kyle, where if you're no shields, one of the most important things that you can do is stay alive behind a wall and just call it out that you need help. That player gets too annoyed that you're staying alive, and then he just charges out into the middle. Yeah,
I mean, and sure, that guy didn't die that was shooting at Trippy earlier, but you could see if he ran all the way up to sniper spawn, was still trying to get shots on bottom center. Just highlights how much of a distraction that guy staying alive is.
Ninja with the sniper rifle trying to do some miraculous things. Not going to happen. It looks like this flag should go on over to Team Liquid, and it does. So a possible counter pull coming in there for Luminosity, but it just did not happen as Ninja was shut down with the sniper rifle. And as good as Luminosity's played this entire time, Team Liquid's only down 1, so anything's possible. But as that happens, Stellar's now only the last guy alive. What do you do when you're the last guy alive? Apparently, you challenge with the sniper rifle and pick people off. Pick that 2 players as he's going to find Sane. And also, a player pops up on his radar over towards the right if he wants to help with that. Instead, he's just going to get the killing spree onto Ninja. Wait for the call out coming in from Rain, as it was Trippy that appeared on his radar. So let's see if Stellar's going to be able to go on the offensive over here or defense. Oh, look at that victory with the rockets, so picking up a double.
Yeah, and is there going to be enough ammo here in this sniper rifle for Stellar? Oh, victory!
Victory with the 2-for-1.
Jeez, and they said 3 dead. Left? Could potentially be 4 dead here momentarily as they spot Rain. Last guy alive, Ninja with a perfect kill. Oh, I'm just making all kinds of noises right now.
Oh man, he wasn't able to use those. He only had 1 bullet in that. I wanted to see him get a couple of kills, but instead, Team Liquid going to shut that one down. Saiyan's going to pick up a kill though. This is big because Sub-Zero overextended, and then you had players dying on defense. So that's a counter pull over here. Now the last guy alive is Stellar over towards the elbow. Saiyan, he needs to get his shields before challenging this. I'm not sure what he's doing. Yeah, that was just a very bad play right there by Saiyan. I mean,
I was almost hoping he didn't run it. I wanted to see him hide with it. Flag's got to be at home to score. The last thing you want to do is take it to the enemy team.
Yeah, bad play there by Saiyan. Ninja with the rockets. Victory X and Ninja definitely putting in some serious work in this game. Ninja finds a double kill with the grenade and even tosses the flag out. 24 seconds.
No ammo in his
Victory X also getting a kill. So let's see if Liquid is going to be able to do anything. No, the return comes in. Wow, whoever it was, Ninja, Victory X, I think it was Ninja, really clutched it up. Are you kidding me?
Actually, I think no, it was both of them, really. That flag doesn't get returned unless somebody's going huge. Ninja pushed into the base with rockets and sniper, got 2 kills, ran out of ammo in both guns, and the second kill came from having no ammo. It was a grenade. He threw a grenade, picked up the flag, and that's why he got a joust kill with the flag. So he literally got the kill by holding the flag with a grenade, no ammo in either weapon. And it's his third weapon.
Well, I mean, if he picked up the flag, then all of a sudden he's got the flag boom, so he's pretty good there. But let's take a look at the stats, because I want to know how positive Victory X went with that killing frenzy. All in all, 33 and 16. What a game coming from Victory. Saiyan, solid performance as well. Just everyone across the board. I mean, Ninja, he was going off and he still went -3. So that's just phenomenal gameplay coming out from Luminosity in the game that, honestly, before the series started, I said Liquid's got this one.
Yeah, I mean, that was Victory X leading the charge here. Look at all these snipes. You can see he put on literally a montage reel almost by himself there. And of course, big props to the whole squad as some of those flag returns were just so clutch. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, that was very well executed from Luminosity. I mean, they were on top of everything. The first thing that stands out to me, besides, all of those amazing plays at the end and Victory X on the killing frenzy, was just the first cap. The way that they were able to, so smart about prioritizing things. And there's so many levels to Halo, but prioritizing definitely falls at the top of the list, because prioritizing can be so many different things. Objective prioritizing, prioritizing callouts, prioritizing where you're looking on the map, who you're shooting, things like that. One of the good instances is in the Envy series, the way that Snipedown is able to get locked in 1v1s, but he backs off from the 1v1s, and then he helps somewhere else on the map while he's still weak. That's another really great example of prioritizing, where you realize you're down and out in this fight, but there's still so much more going on in the map, and you may be in a certain area of the map, and you hear a call out, and you don't even realize that you could be looking at that call out. The best players in the world, they're able to do that. They're able to decipher those little codes inside the game that give them the advantages for them to go on and win.
Yeah, and talking about that, backing up and positioning yourself in a way where you take yourself out of that 1v1 to create a 2v1 and help one of your teammates out. That's exactly what you're saying.
So there's that very popular battle down towards the overshield. You saw Victory X, he couldn't even do anything to try to stop Sub-Zero there from getting the overshield. Instead, he tried just throwing the grenade directly on it, and that's going to be 3 dead for Luminosity. So overshield, camo, and rockets going on right over to Liquid. Again, red team still has a little bit of advantage in my opinion. Blue team has to have that strong strategy. Instead, they're able to at least kill the overshield guy and the camo guy. All they need to do is find Sub-Zero with these rockets, and they may be right back in this game.
Yeah, I definitely Luminosity doing a great job trying to get right back into this one after just a horrendous opening strategy for them there. Everything, like you mentioned, going in Liquid's favor. Still on board with Sub-Zero. He's still got these rockets. They've not been able to shut him down there. 2 dead here already for Luminosity. Make that 3 dead. We'll see if Ninja's able to get anything going here.
All right, guys, gonna pop them off one more time. Player outlines are gone for your enjoyment. Make sure you guys tweet us. Let us know what you think of having the player outlines versus no player outlines in the chat as well. Twitter, make sure you hit us up at ESL Halo. Use that hashtag HCS. Also at HCS Works as well. Always taking in your guys' feedback. Also, I believe, Kyle, at the end of the show, we are going to be showing a link which does show for people that want to provide their HCS feedback, they can go and do that as well. So very excited to see how much everybody is listening and how much everybody is taking in from the community, because we are putting on this show for you guys. So thank you guys for watching.
Oh, and we'll see a big battles happening here. Saiyan comes out ahead in a 1v1. Ninja comes out and gets the better of Eco, and a big numbers advantage. They need to use this here to their favor. Most likely, Team Liquid going to be coming off spawn over towards red base and security here. If they can get the blocked spawn, they should be able to focus on securing Catwalk.
Yeah, you got to be able to get this security side when the camo's coming up. But the thing is overshield and rockets coming up as well. So I would say it's a little bit, you know, bittersweet for these guys that they're able to control the catwalk and get their first points on the board, because you know that rockets are being picked up. It's Stellar out there picking them up, but he's going to drop actually to a Spartan charge coming in from Ninja, which also looks to me like that was an overshield player. As you see, he's got the little overshield line of death sitting around his body.
That was a great play by Ninja. He was literally half a second away from that player having full overshield, but came out clutch and prevented that from happening. And that could have been really bad news considering Rockets also changed hands. Looks like they should get this player out of catwalk here, but what a contest on Dines. Team Liquid going huge, getting yet another reset here. Ben's being taken. It doesn't look like anybody's over there to stop that, but regardless here, big resets for Liquid keeping this lead.
Yeah, Luminosity finally able to capture the blue bend, and it looks like the other stronghold that they have is catwalk. So this is a pretty solid setup for them. If they're able to rotate Red Nest now that you see blue bend being captured, that'll be even stronger for them. But unfortunately, they're trying to contest the blue bend instead of rotating. Ooh, did it work out? Trippy, does he get the reset? Wow, they take everything, Kyle. They're able to get that reset because of the double kill Trippy just got. Ninja was taking Red Nest. They already had catwalk, and they have someone in security choking the spawns. That was great for Luminosity.
Yeah, I mean, that reset was insanely clutch. Now, it wasn't a whole ton of time. They did hold the triple capture for a few seconds there to get or bring this one back a little bit closer than expected, but 2 dead here for Luminosity, and they're starting to lose catwalk. Sure enough, catwalk is gone. 2 dead for each team once again, but there's been a lot of stronghold changes here.
Yeah, this has been about as back and forth as the truth game over here, especially if Luminosity is able to rack up more points. One of the things that they haven't been able to do, though, Kyle, is secure the rockets. Yes, they haven't allowed the players on the other side for Team Liquid to do whatever they want with the rockets. They've at least shut it down. They got that Spartan charge on the overshield guy, which was Stellar coming in from Ninja, but they much rather actually have them in their hands. And speaking of Stellar, he was actually able to grab again another pair of rockets. Is he going to rotate these down towards the overshield? Curious to see what the play is going to be here. He goes outside and Ninja lives. How does Ninja live?
Is that an overshield Ninja?
I don't know. He may have had overshield, but either way, the dude has been working out because he just ate that rocket.
Yeah, Ninja Shield there, and that was a big change there as Stellar turned over those rockets. As this game is starting to get close, keep in mind, Luminosity's up 2-1 right now on Liquid and could be handing them another loss should they take this one.
Ninja, he got a triple kill, 1 on himself and 2 on the opposing players on the enemy team over here. Catwalk and Red Nest currently being captured by Luminosity. Blue Bend in the hands of Liquid. I like this play from Eco. He's just kind of scouting right now, trying to get the high ground, waiting for the numbers advantage. Sub-Zero gets that kill onto Ninja. Now you see the pressure coming in from the rest of the guys from Liquid. Where do they want to focus, though? Where do they want to try to get even more of an advantage? No, not a 3-shot beatdown. Trippy instead coming in with the reversal and also adding some pressure on these players over towards that Red Nest. The reset comes in. Are they going to press Blue Bend for a potential triple cap over here? It looks like Trippy is still trying to help over there in the red area. Ninja not able to capture the Blue Bend. So I like the pressure coming in from Luminosity. You know, there's nothing wrong with going for that triple cap there as long as you have other players anchoring on the rest of the map. However, now that they're getting aggressive outside, that's going to leave the security area and catwalk open.
Yeah, I was watching there. Trippy pushes up, tries to help out his teammates. They had a no shields player subs, or Eco, I think, hiding in one of the sneaky ledges there, but ultimately they all dropped down. The lead change has gone over into Luminosity's favor, but they're going to need a reset here as Victory tries to get into contest. There's 2 members of Liquid. That goes way too quickly, and once again we finally saw that lead change, but we're going to see another one here as Liquid's bringing it right back.
Yeah, Liquid bringing it right back. Rockets in the hands of Liquid again. That's going to be Rain this time around. There is Rain flying in, not able to connect the rocket onto Ninja. Ninja's just like the rocket dodger today, somehow able to live through all of these. Is he going to thrust up and go for the clamor? He is. It's going to be Sane coming in with the catwalk reset. What happened with the camouflage, though? That one is still sitting there. Ninja flying in. That is the overshield guy. Eats another rocket, lives through it, burns the camo. Ground pound coming in.
Oh,
this is looking good for Luminosity. You could tell they really want to win this game, Kyle. If they win this game, they get their first win of the Pro League.
Yeah, and then it's all going to be up to Strength to try to take down the likes of Optic to get back into that one. But yeah, Ninja and crew leading this charge, Saiyan with a phenomenal ground pound there to come out ahead. Keep in mind, that was rocket overshield. That was a 2v2 situation where Liquid had rockets and overshield, and they lost the 2v2 2-0.
Yeah, very well done. And also, it was actually a 3-on-2 because Ninja came in there too. So we got a tweet coming in. Another T2 Elamite appreciation tweet. They make the NA Pro League so much better. Hey, badge for it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We enjoy bringing the action to you guys. Keep those tweets coming in. Hashtag HCS at ESL Halo at HCS as well works. We are in game number 4 right now. You can see at the top of the leaderboard, Team Liquid down in the series 1-0 to the 8th place team right now. Luminosity trying to put their first win on the board, and they are close to doing it. Saiyan with the Rockets, he's the last guy alive. What is he going to be able to do with these? He has to get a couple more slays in order to open up this red side. There it is, finding that one on terrain. That's going to be 2 dead, just temporarily though, as all of Team Liquid is rotated outside. Perfect flank coming in from Saiyan if he wants it. However, a better grenade for Stellar.
Yeah, what wins, Tom? Perfect flank or better grenade there, and either way we see. Ooh, let's see. Let me get caught back up on what is happening right here. Is that Stronghold top center once again? Catwalk so close to being taken, and another reset from Luminosity. That's 2 separate potential triple caps that could have gone into Liquid's favor. That might have even closed out this game at this point, but instead what happens? It's neck and neck all the way through. New Overshield just gets burnt. Victory picks up a perfect kill. Rockets go into Liquid's hands, but that's 3 dead for Liquid, 2 dead for Luminosity as yet another battle is happening here. Tom, who do you think is going to take this one?
I think that Luminosity is going to take this one just because they have a little bit more to play for right now. I mean,
but not only that, look at the kill feed. What I saw, Ninja was out.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Plus, they have rockets and they have ammo and they have setups. But just saying they have a little bit more to play. Come on, it plays into the storyline a little bit more.
Trippy just betrays Ninja top center and not able to get the reset. It is a triple cap though, so this time is going quickly.
No, could that betrayal right there possibly cost these guys from getting their win?
No possible way
Trippy, he's trying to make up for it with the shots. He's landing some crispy ones over there. That's all 4 dead for Team Liquid. There goes Catwalk. There goes Blue Ben being captured. It looks like it is going to happen for Luminosity. They're going to be able to get the triple cap, racking the points up, putting their first win of the Pro League on the board. There's the contestation. There is Red Nest being cleared out 100 to 89. Liquid is going to fall.
And wow, another big surprise coming out here. I definitely was predicting Liquid to come out and take this series, bounce back from some of the struggles they've had to open up this series, but it just doesn't really seem like it's the same Liquid that we saw in previous seasons or even at the Halo World Championships. These were guys that were consistently defeating Envious, which was a big surprise to most people at home watching, but what has happened in the time since is these other teams have gotten much stronger.
Well, what's happened here is what we're seeing is obviously Saiyan going 24-12, but think about it. I mean, Trippy, he was consistent the entire series with the assists and things like that. Again, almost having most assists in this game, 3 perfect kills. But Ninja, the first game that they won, right? Truth dropping 1 kills. Victory X, 33-16, I think it was. 24-12. So not just great teamwork coming in from Luminosity, but amazing individual performances. The type of individual performances that say, hey, we really want to win. We really want to win this. We're 0-2 right now. We would need to make sure that we push up into 1-2 and not fall far behind. And now, interestingly enough, I believe they're sitting at the same record as Liquid. I believe Liquid's 1-2 as well.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. So Luminosity coming out of nowhere. We're talking about them like they're going to end up in relegation. Same thing kind of we're talking about with Straight, but no, Luminosity answers back and proves they can defeat one of the top North American teams.
Yeah, Liquid, it didn't seem like they really had it all together in that series, but I think that was because of the pressure that was coming in from Luminosity. Again, amazing individual performances. They really countered a lot of the plays that Team Liquid was doing. Maybe the matchup is favoring Luminosity a little bit, but again, watching the scrims yesterday when they were playing against Stirrup, and they're playing at a very high level. I mean, Stirrup, and they lost the scrims to Envy 8-5, and then Luminosity beat them 9-5, so, or 9-4, excuse me, because 13-game series. So even a better record than, say, Envious, who you could argue is the second best team. So everyone's looking at Luminosity saying, hey, this is the 8th ranked team. I don't believe that's true. I think that any one of the teams in the Pro League right now, it just depends on how they're playing each day and kind of who's practicing the most, really, is what it comes down to. And you could see Luminosity, they're definitely a team to be reckoned with. They have what it takes to be able to respond to certain situations that take a lot of, care and effort and a lot of experience, and they capitalized on Team Liquid mistakes, and Team Liquid isn't a team that makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good points to bring up here, and I think my favorite thing of what you said about this entire series is amazing individual performances from Luminosity. You had it from Victory, you had it from Ninja, you had it from Saiyan, and Trippy played pretty well over the course of the entire game. Had a couple games with low kills, but like you said there, pointed out lots of assists and teamwork being pushed out from him as well. Liquid cannot be happy about that one because you have to be in the top 6. Like, that's where you need to find yourself, and really you want to be in the top 3 this season going into DreamHack Atlanta, and that's going to be tough road to climb as you don't get to play these teams twice. We've already talked about that a couple times. Envious does not get to rematch against Optic. Liquid does not get a rematch here against Luminosity. The next time that you may see these two teams face against each other outside of a scrim, it's going to be in tournament play.
All right, looks like we do have Ninja from Luminosity on the other line. Tyler, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Hey, what's up? All right, so first win has to be feeling good, but I want to talk a little bit about how you guys were sitting in 8th place, but I don't necessarily believe that that's where you guys kind of stand. How competitive do you think this Pro League is?
I mean, this is hands down going to be the best competition you're going to get. I feel like the last 3 tournaments, rather, have been a really good Halo to watch. I mean, it's definitely fun to be a part of.
Yeah, awesome. And then, so this series was quite an interesting one. I want to talk a little bit about a couple different games kind of all in one motion here. You had the performance from Saiyan here in this last game. You had you playing extremely well over the entire course of all the games. And then you had that monstrous Coliseum flag from Victory X. You know, what was communications like? What is that something that normally happens where you've got that one player really kind of going off here for Luminosity?
That's definitely something I've been noticing actually on our scrims lately. When we're doing well, even when we're losing, someone usually has a really good game. I think when we lose, Joey usually has Trippy has 20 bombs and Slayer sometimes, and he does really well. But I mean, Cam just went off. His community, Cam's when he's intense, man, you just know you're doing well. Cam's calling out, passionately screaming out, and when there was a huge turning point where he got 3 no scopes, where everyone was like triple. And it was amazing. And there was one point communication-wise, I told Tom, saying, I was like, Tom, our Blue Maze from grass right now. And he didn't even see him on radar because Stellar was just walking up. And he just jumps up, charges up the ground pound, pre-ground pounds, and he walked right into it. It was amazing.
So I want to talk a lot of players, or a lot of people, they know you, they know Victory X. You guys have been doing your thing for a while. Tell us a little bit more about Trippy. Tell us a little bit more about Saiyan. What do people have to know about these guys as players and as people?
As people, they're both absolutely just funny kids, man. Trippy's the hugest memer in the world. He just tilts me off the face of the universe every night before scrims and just trolls my chat. And it's very frustrating. But as a player, I think he's 18, 19 years old. They both are starting college, and I mean, these guys just love the game. They're always on. They're the ones playing in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, whenever they can. And Tom's kind of the quiet, mature person. He's a genius. You guys might not know that, but he's been taking AP classes since he was a junior, and he's just been killing it in school too. So,
yeah, I think they just graduated, didn't they?
Right. Yep, both of them.
Cool.
And
awesome.
Tom's been taking college classes while being in high school.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, Ninja, congratulations on your guys' first win this season. It was well earned. And tell every one of your teammates that they are some amazing performances. I felt like I was watching 07 Victory X.
Dude, definitely, man. That's what it felt like on this end, too.
Good deal, man. All right, have a good rest of your night.
Later, guys.
All right, then you heard it from Ninja here. They got to be feeling great after that win, and not only that, but they only had to play once this week, so no matter what happens, you're feeling good right now.
They're gonna ride that the entire week.
It's on the off break too, because you got that week off here. Now, of course, if you like that Halo action and you want to watch it again, you can always head over to youtube.com/ESL Halo to find all of the VODs there. That does it for our match number 2. And we come back, we've got Optic Gaming going up against Straight Rippin' in our match number 3 of the night. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.